Hi there, Don's Fredson Dermatology patients. We hope you are all home safe and sound during this period of quarantine. Since we can't have you here in person, we thought we'd make a little video with some of our recommendations for the spring season. Many of us have to make changes in our skincare regimens as we move from winter to summer. And I thought I would just review some of the recommendations I typically give my patients regarding that transition. Most of the products I'm going to mention today are part of the Skin Type Solution system. This system is formulated by Dr. Leslie Bauman. She's a dermatologist in Miami who is probably the nation's foremost expert in product formulation and product ingredients. She wrote the textbook on it. So we lean on her heavily, on her expertise in selecting the products that we carry. And with her guidance, we cherry pick what we think are the best products from among all the skincare lines out there. So you'll hear me mention a variety of skincare lines today. So when talking about what types of changes we need to make to our skincare regimens, we need to think about our cleansers, about our moisturizers. Of course, we need to step up our use of sunscreen, although you can see my other video on that. And sometimes we make changes to other products that we're using for anti-aging purposes, maybe adding in an antioxidant or changing our use of a retinoid. So let me first talk about cleansers and some of the products that you might want to switch to. First of all, if what you're using is working for you, don't change it. Not everybody needs to make a change. But for those who do, I hope that this will give some guidance. So in the winter, those people who are dry, such as myself, often use a super hydrating cleanser, something like this Naya 24. This is my favorite for winter time. It is probably the most hydrating cleanser that I know of. Contains actually a little bit of olive oil and evening primrose oil, so it hydrates as you wash. But sometimes, as we transition to the summer, this starts to feel a little bit too heavy. So when that's the case, you may want to step it back to something just a little lighter. One option that you can get at just at the drugstore is CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser. This works great for a lot of people and is a very inexpensive option. The next option would be PCA Creamy Cleanser. Very gentle, hydrating, but definitely a lot lighter than the Naya 24 cleanser that I showed you first. But this is a very nice one. For those who have more acne-prone skin, blemish-prone skin, summer might be an easier time to add in something with a glycolic acid. Now, some people can use these in the winter as well, and if you can, that's fantastic. The glycolic acid is great for keeping your pores open, exfoliating in a gentle way. Many glycolic acid cleansers can be very harsh and strong. This one is formulated for more sensitive skin types and has some moisturizing ingredients added. So this is a great option that you may be able to add in even if you weren't able to use it in the winter because you were too dry. Jan Marini also makes a great cleanser called Age Intervention Gentle Cleanser. This one is gentle and formulated for drier skin types, but a little more aggressive than the other options that we've talked about. So for people with sensitive skin, but who maybe start to feel just a little bit oily in the summer, this is a nice option. Foaming cleansers, as a general rule, are also formulated for more oily skin types. CeraVe has one that we like, for example, although there are others out there as well. For those who have really oily skin, especially if you're acne prone, our favorite option is this one that we call Noleo, no oil backwards. It contains both salicylic and glycolic acid and is the most aggressive cleanser that we carry. It really gets all that excess oil off the skin and helps to balance things out. Important to remember that oil is not a bad word when it comes to our skin. You can have too much, but you can also have too little, which is dryness. And the goal is to find just the just right point in the middle. Often we have to have different cleansers that we rotate in as the seasons change, or even with hormonal changes in women sometimes. It's good probably to have at least two options, one for when you're really more dry and one for when you're less so. Many times this time of year we need to switch from a more hydrating moisturizer to something a little lighter weight as well. So let's start with the most hydrating combination. I use in the winter a combination of Xerophyte Soothing and Calming, which is just a fantastic, not fancy, but really good moisturizer that's great at repairing the skin barrier without feeling super heavy. And then when I need something even more than that, in the driest days of winter, I do my Xerophyte and then add on a little bit of just pure argan oil. We carry this one here called Power, just pure 100% organic argan oil. And whenever I need a little moisture boost, that's what I lean on. So perhaps the only change someone might need to make in the spring, transitioning to summer, is dropping the argan oil and switching to a different antioxidant and leaning only on the Xerophyte. Some people like to use CeraVe cream. Cream is always heavier than lotion as a general rule, so CeraVe cream is very moisturizing. I love this for body, prefer something else for my face, but many people are fine with using this on their face as well. But perhaps with the change of seasons, they might want to switch to the CeraVe lotion, which is a little bit lighter weight. I'll mention, although we don't carry it here, that Definage, which I'll mention again shortly, also contains a lightweight moisturizer called BioCream. They now have a fragrance-free version that I really like, and you can buy that online if you like it, but very lightweight, but very hydrating. And for those who have an oilier skin type but maybe still need just a little bit of protection, need to put something on after they wash their face, or because they're using a retinoid, they need a moisturizer still. We love PCA Clear Skin. Very, again, lightweight, not oily, intended for oily skin types. Just provides just that right amount of hydration. Summer is also a time when we need to think even more about using antioxidants to help counteract the damage caused to our cells by sun exposure. Some people use them year-round, but I think they're most important to use consistently in the spring and summer months. Probably the strongest out there is the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. This is a lightweight serum with properly formulated vitamins C and E and ferulic acid, which helps to stabilize those things. A lot of products contain vitamin C. However, if it's not formulated properly, it doesn't actually do anything. So vitamin C, it is important to use a high quality product. For some people, however, that's going to be a little too strong or stingy if you have a more sensitive skin type. In that case, I love this product by Jan Marini called Siesta Face Serum. Very lightweight, still has vitamin C in there, but not quite as powerful. Still does the job though, and works better with sensitive skin types. Very lightweight, layers easily with things. We also have a product called a Soapy Triple Antioxidant Cream. This is also a very lightweight moisturizer with several antioxidants in it that a lot of our patients really like. Obagi has a great product, vitamin C serum as well, although this one has hydroquinone in there for bleaching dark spots. And last, I'll just mention that for the most sun-sensitive types, argan oil is actually a fairly good antioxidant as well if your skin just can't tolerate any of these other serums. Many people start to have trouble with pigmentation, darkening of their freckles and sunspots in the summer as well. And there are a number of products that we can use to help to lighten those things. Antioxidants help somewhat to prevent that darkening, all the products we just talked about. Obagi C Clarifying is a great product as well that I mentioned briefly. This has, again, a 10% vitamin C with a 4% hydroquinone. Hydroquinone is what we use in prescription bleaching agents as well. Some people, by the way, do need to use an even stronger prescription agent to lighten really dark spots. This one is quite strong, very effective, but again, may be irritating to more sensitive skin types. For more sensitive skin types, PCA makes a pigment gel that contains a 2% hydroquinone, so less irritating, also with some azelaic acid and kojic acid, which are more gentle lightening agents. This is a great option, also very effective and appropriate for more sensitive skin types. Another product that I love, not only for pigment but for all over anti-aging, is this product called Definage 8-in-1 Bio Serum. Very gentle, works for any skin type, any time of year, helps to shrink pores, smooth fine lines, and even out pigmentation. Not an inexpensive product, but it does do a whole lot in one, and it's certainly worth considering incorporating into your regimen. I love this. This is my favorite all-in-one product. And then one other product made by Skin Medica that is a gentle skin lightener. is this Lightera 2.0. Again, appropriate for sensitive skin types and not going to irritate like a hydroquinone can. Another important category of topical preparations that is important in helping pigment and skin aging, and which you might need to make adjustments in the spring, is the retinols. Retinols are well proven to help smooth fine lines and wrinkles and even out pigmentation, but they can be a little bit dry and irritating. So some people with dry and sensitive skin may not be able to use them in the winter months, but may be able to start them again when the weather's warmer. Many have concerns about the sun sensitivity that can sometimes accompany use of retinols, and this is important to consider if you're using it in the summer months as well. However, if you apply it at nighttime and use a sunscreen, it's really not that much of an issue, so I certainly don't think it's necessary to avoid it just because you're going to be outside. Retinols can come in several strengths. Depending on your skin type, we usually start you at a lower strength and work up. For example, the Skin Medic retinols come in a 0.25, 0.5, and 1.0 strength. Typically, irritation and dryness caused by retinoids can be minimized by following a few simple steps. First, I always recommend applying a moisturizer before your retinoid if you do have a sensitive skin type. For the most sensitive skin types, it usually works best to cleanse with a gentle cleanser and moisturize immediately. Then wait maybe 5-10 minutes, perhaps brush your teeth, put your PJs on, and then apply your retinoid after a little bit of a period of time. Again, maybe 5-10 minutes. A pea-sized amount is sufficient for the whole face. Something like the Skin Medica or the Asobi retinols, which are very similar, coming in 2, 5, and 10 strengths as well, come with a pump. And so usually one pump is sufficient for your whole face. One other retinoid product that I wanted to mention, especially for those who are pigment prone or tend to have problems with irritation from other retinols, is the Jan Morini Luminate face lotion. This one is especially good for evening out pigmentation if this is a problem, and I find it a little bit less irritating than some of the others. Again, just varies from person to person. But there was a really good study where patients used the Luminate face lotion on one half of the face and a hydroquinone, which is the bleaching agent, on the other side of the face, and found that this was essentially equivalent in terms of lightening freckles. So this is a great combination product, brightener and retinol as well. So that's all I had for you today. I hope that those tips and guidelines are helpful to you. Of course, the most important thing is avoiding sun. So get those wide-brimmed hats out, keep your sunglasses on to keep yourself from squinting, and wear that sunscreen. And hopefully with these other adjustments, you can keep your skin looking great year-round. Thanks so much for watching.